Johannesburg, Africa's city of gold. In this city stands one of the most dynamic universities on the continent, the University of Witwatersrand, or simply Wits. Wits was born in 1896, not as a grand university, but a school of mines. It trained the engineers who powered South Africa's gold rush, but over the decades, Wits transformed from a technical institute into a global research powerhouse that mines not for gold, but for ideas. This is a university that has never stayed silent. During apartheid, Wits became a place of resistance, producing leaders, activists, and thinkers who stood for equality, justice, and human dignity. Among its alumni, Nelson Mandela and countless others who helped rewrite South Africa's destiny. Today, Wits stands for something just as powerful: innovation that transforms lives. From off-grid electricity to life-saving medical technology, research here is shaping Africa's future one breakthrough at a time.
Wits University is a hub of innovation in Africa. With a storied history of groundbreaking research, we are known for pushing boundaries and finding solutions to complex problems. From being part of the first radar echo that was received in South Africa during World War II, to being the first South African university to transmit data securely through light, Wits is driving innovation across disciplines and boundaries with a direct impact on society. The Wits Innovation Center is at the heart of innovation in the university community. It brings together bright minds from around the university to coordinate innovation activities, work on educational innovation programs, bring in industry into our university ecosystem, and really act at the forefront of taking innovation out into society for impact.
Tech Power, a simple but revolutionary off-grid electricity system that brings light to rural communities across Southern Africa. Or Smart Spots, a Wits-born innovation that improves the accuracy of tuberculosis testing, saving thousands of lives every year. When the world faced COVID-19, Wits didn't wait for answers from abroad. It mobilized doctors, engineers, ethicists, and social scientists into one of Africa's most comprehensive research responses, proving that collaboration is Africa's strongest asset.
Certainly is very much in the front line in terms of vaccine development, at least for COVID-19 when it comes to the clinical development. This is the first COVID-19 vaccine that's been evaluated on the African continent, and it's probably the first of another 2 to 3 COVID-19 vaccines that will start to be evaluated in South Africa and on the African continent over the period of the next 2 to 3 months.
Professor Francois Venter, I'm an HIV researcher at Wits University.
I think it's really important for researchers to step up and support vaccine studies.
South Africa has probably more pandemic experience than most countries in the world. We've had HIV, we've had TB, we've had multi-drug resistant TB, we've had listeria, and we've had umpteen other hohos that have torn its way through this. So we've been very lucky with the people, particularly at the National Institute for Communicable Diseases, have got incredible experience in terms of dealing with pandemics. So in some ways that's where we are unique. And they've provided us with invaluable insights and some of the best research in Africa already in terms of understanding how the pandemics work.
What I've got involved in this study is that the coronavirus pandemic has caused massive impact on what's happened in the world. We really do need a vaccine very quickly, not only to save lives directly as a result of the coronavirus, but also to save lives because of the socioeconomic effects of such a pandemic. And the sooner we get a vaccine, the more rapidly we're going to be able to extract ourselves out of this difficult circumstance.
Wits is also a global name in paleontology, home to the groundbreaking discovery of Homo naledi. one of humanity's oldest relatives, found right here in South Africa. It's a reminder that Africa is not just the birthplace of humankind, it is the birthplace of human knowledge.
Professor Lee Berger. I'm a research professor in the Evolutionary Studies Institute at the University of Witwatersrand, an explorer in residence at National Geographic. And I'm here to introduce to you a new species of early human ancestor called Homo naledi. Homo naledi was discovered in 2013 by a team here in the Rising Star System in a chamber that we've named the Dinaledi Chamber, or Chamber of Stars. It is the most significant and extensive discovery of early human relatives of fossils ever made on the continent of Africa. More than 1,550 remains, representing more than 15 individuals from infants to babies to toddlers to tweens, teenagers, young adults, and elderly. The species is remarkable. It's got a tiny brain, barely larger than an orange, with small teeth but that are primitive in shape, staying across a relatively tall body, maybe 1.5 meters tall. In the males at least, females about 1.4, 1.45 meters, skinny, with human-like arms but an ape-like thorax and chest, with a very primitive pelvis. The hands are a mix between very, very advanced human-like hands, but the fingers are curved like very, very primitive ancient human ancestors. From mid-thigh down, it looks like a human. Long legs, human-like feet. Really a combination that we've never seen before in the fossil record.
Wits is taking both steps into the future with its Machine Intelligence and Neural Discovery Institute, exploring artificial intelligence, neuroscience, and the fascinating links between human and machine intelligence. This is where curiosity meets code, and where Africa's AI future is being written.
We focus on more fundamental research into AI, so we look at building new techniques, largely in the area of autonomous decision making. So how machines can make sequences of decisions, particularly over longer time horizons, to achieve some goal that's set out for them. An obvious example of this would be problems in robotics, where you might have a robot that you want to carry out a sequence of tasks, whether this is something like exploring an area or making you a cup of coffee. So a lot of the approaches that we take here are to isolate some component of what is important when we're reasoning and planning. So for example, we could say an important aspect when we're trying to solve problems would be skills, right? So you might have a skill for walking, you might have a skill for carrying something, you might have a skill for using a coffee machine or pouring milk. And if we can isolate those skills and do this in an autonomous way, so the system can figure out what skills need to be isolated and how to learn those skills, and in addition, when to use these skills, then that's really powerful. So one of the application areas that we've been...
With more than 37,000 students, Wits is a microcosm of Africa itself, diverse, ambitious, and full of energy. Its innovation center drives creativity across every faculty, encouraging students to think like entrepreneurs and act like change makers.
We're wanting to really blend. We're wanting to bring the online activities into the classroom and bring the content creation activities into the classroom and the online spaces. We want to use blended learning as a tool to assist students in getting through their program as efficiently and as knowledgeably as we possibly can.
At Wits, education isn't just about getting a degree. It's about solving problems that matter. And in every lab, classroom, and startup born here, you can feel the same belief that Africa can and must define its own future. From the minds of 1896 to the data labs of today, Wits has evolved, not just with time, but with purpose. And as Africa's cities grow, and its youth rise, and as technology reshapes every aspect of life, this university continues to stand as the proof that great ideas can come from anywhere and change everything.